we get to the okay part. So, actually made it through the other code. Let's check game party weapons. So we should have one less here. Cool, we do. And then this one should be refine level 5. Cool, that's right. Max durability 202, level 10. 70. Cool. It actually worked properly. Nice. So what we need to do now is we need to see what's going on with that. We also need to introduce a new variable here called synthesize, so that it will disable leveling and refining on this weapon. So the idea is once you've synthesized something, that's where it ends. The only way to improve it after that is to synthesize it again. Similarly to how when you refine a weapon, you can't gain any bonuses from levels. Once you synthesize it, you can't do anything else with it. You basically have locked it into that refine and that, well, not the refine, but you've locked it into that the current state of it in terms of the levels and refines is locked in. You can't change it, and you can only do that, only increase the refines and the stats by synthesizing it again, which means you need to get another weapon up to the next level. So start off at 2 on this one, so now the next weapon we synthesize into it is level 5 at max level 10. So you kind of see how that works now. Progressively gets harder, costs more, but you do get a better weapon that way. So now, and the cool thing is it's got removed properly. We're using splice though, aren't we? On this, I could have sworn we were using splice or something. Where is it? Game, party, weapons, web ID, this, remove, weapon. No, oh, yeah, we're using slice. And it works on that one for some reason. Correctly. So slice, weapon ID, and the one that got removed was ID 3. Well, I'm not going to question it for now, unless it sometime doesn't work. So let me get weapon is undefined. Why is get weapon undefined? Rather, property get weapon of undefined. So for whatever reason at this point, level window, or what the hell is it? The level up window is not, it's, the thing isn't there anymore, which is weird because I mean it should be. We didn't get rid of level up window. I mean, we just deactivated it and hid it. We didn't destroy it. But this is saying it's undefined at this point, which is not correct. So, what are we actually doing here? We are taking level window and we're trying to get the weapon. Technically what we should be using is that level window, but we should be calling synth wind get base weapon. And there should be one in here for the base weapon. And if not, we're going to add it. But we're going to do it over here so it actually matters. Alright, that is weird though, that shouldn't happen. Like I said, I think this, somehow the reference, the variables or the members in the scene are getting deallocated or deleted or something, somehow. Dereferenced. So it's on synth OK. Just 2 underscore synth wind dot get base weapon. Then we'll go down and add it. Actually, no, it's get weapon. It is get weapon. Okay, that might have been what I intended to do in the first place, but didn't change it. So that should pass that to the stat wind And that takes us back out to the action window. Action pane. Which should... do we pass anything to the action pane for that? I don't think so. Oh no, we do. We pass the stat window to get weapon to the action pane. So is there on action pane? Do we have an update function for that? Or not that far enough? Because we should pass the new weapon to it so that it has it for whatever it uses it for. The checks and whatnot. So. Update weapon, yeah we do. Okay, so we just call that and pass to the weapon. Now, let's go to the objects. Because we need to add a new variable called, we'll make it as synth, or something like that. And it'll be either a bool or it'll be an int flag version of a bool. I'm leaning towards a bool because that makes it easier to handle in the if statements. So underscore is synth equals false. Okay. So now we come back over here to our stuff here. So if weapon level is max, don't draw. Else if so that'll be handled by the synthesis because the weapon level will always be max. But the refine now we have to say and if this underscore wep underscore is not synthed. Else do this same thing. So on process OK, just the same kind of thing. Probably a better way to do it, but for now we're going to do it that way. Also refine, send manager cancel. We also want to return on that one. Alright, so that should disable the refine and the level up when we're synthed. Now we need to set the synthed when we're going down here, so this underscore base wep dot underscore is synthed equals true. So let's have a look see at this. The other thing is that it's not really beneficial to synthesize a weapon at level 0 because you won't get any of the bonuses from the levels. It might set you to level 10, but it's not going to give you all those bonuses. So you might even make it a requirement that the weapon's at max level before you can synthesize it. Eventually, anyway. Okay. The other interesting thing was that everything else got disabled when we got to refine, or at least the labels got their color changed. Yeah, no, we'll have to go through and fix that then. That's because of the conditions we just added. Okay, refine. Let's go ahead and level them up again. Actually, no, we don't need to. Once we're refined, we don't get anything from leveling them up. And in fact, it just costs more that way. Alright, so synthesize, ton of darkness, go. Well, that didn't quite work correctly, did it? I think it's that. I think it's slice. I think that's still an issue. It just worked that one time for whatever the hell reason it worked for. Yeah, so everything's disabled now. Still, that means that the conditions kind of work, and we're actually getting that set. So what did we do on this one again? We used on the list, the weapon donor list, donor weapon list, whatever it's called. Yeah. We use splice, right? Okay, so we're gonna use splice instead of slice up here on this, because that didn't work correctly. So splice, start at the ID, then 1. Okay, got rid of that. Should be getting rid of the correct one that time, with this one now. Now, those conditions. So we got to rethink them, I think, so that they work correctly. All right. So if we have that set, then we're going to disable both of these anyway. So I think what we need to do is we need to say we need to make this an outer thing. So if not this to underscore wep to underscore is synthed, then we check these two specifically. Now, so if that's the case, then max level, then we do this and this. Else we do that. We don't need to check for synths because we're already doing that. And no else. Now, this else needs to come on the inside. because that's the else for the weapon level. So if weapon is not synthed, then if weapon level is max equal to the max level, then disable the level up. Well, change the opacity on the level up, and else if the comm list is on the refined index, then make refine fully opaque. And then if the weapon's not at max level, then change the opacity for refine. Now on this one, we need to say else. And in here now we have to say if this dot underscore comm list index equals level up, or this dot underscore comm list index equals refine. Then this dot contents dot paint opacity equals 125, else $255. And then we'll need to, let's copy this down here because we'll need this for this as well. On the processed OK. Okay, so so if max level and comm list is level up, then we want to do this. Else if refine, then we want to do the selectable process OK. Else if refine, set manager cancel return. Then let's do 125. Sound cancel return, or that should work for that. And then change this 125. Okay, that should theoretically fix the problem. We'll need to refine some weapons first to find out, or synthesize a weapon to find out. So, yay, index is not defined. Because it's supposed to be this dot index, right? Yeah. Again, some of the issues of copying code from one place to another. Making sure you handle all those types of things. Oh, okay, we need some gold first. So that's interesting. Okay, no, this does work. What's interesting is that this part isn't working. So this web is synthed, not synthed. Else, if it is synthed and comm list level is... Oh, that didn't save. So it was working, it's just the opacity was set to an invalid value. Perfect, there we go. Cannot refine and you can't level it up. Oh, there's a new error. Can't read property level of undefined. We'll figure that out some other time. So that's going to be it for this stream. Tomorrow, I think we will start debugging this and tracking down all the issues, besides the window not closing correctly. But the save issue, the level thing here, issue with that, and any other issues we can find. And then, if there's still time tomorrow morning, we will start on the durability system. But thanks for watching if you watched live. If you're watching on YouTube afterwards, comments, questions, link below. Would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow morning, probably around 8 or 8:30. Alright, I think we're live now. Yes, we are. Alright. Hey everyone, this is GeoWill from Man Productions². And we're back to do some more streaming for our Advanced Weapon plugin. Sorry for getting started a little bit late here, but today was truly Friday the 13th. Stuff today was stuff I worked as total mess. Jeez, definite dread storm. Just because of some stuff from previous employees that they didn't do when they left, and that they did do when they left, and we're having to clean up the mess now that we've discovered it. So stayed 2 hours later today to work on all that. But here we are. So this morning we did a little bit of coding on the plugin. I kind of described some of the stuff I did over the last night to try and clean this up a bit. And I think we succeeded in fixing the window thing. It was just that we were opening a new window every time we were going through it, instead of just showing and hiding that one window we had created. So the previous windows were getting orphaned and stuck in memory and not accessible unless you were hiding them while they were inside of the instance of that window. So I pretty much recoded it so that the windows get created at the beginning and then hidden, and then we just show the same window and hide it and update it instead of creating new ones. And that seems to have fixed the issue with the refine window. However, as is the case with this kind of stuff when you do this, we broke so many other things, and we still are trying to figure out why some of the stuff is broken. So this is still from earlier, so set donor weapon undefined. So there's so online 841, which is this. So it's the status window. The status window is not being set or something for some reason. So what we need to do is we need to figure out if we're passing it through or not, first of all. And then second of all, if we are passing it through, are we passing through something that's not valid or what have you. So the creation, I also moved the creation stuff up so they're all in the same area so it'll be easier to deal with them. So they're all together up here. So yeah, that's the problem. We're not passing through these. We're not passing through the select window. Why would we need to do that? The window just needs it for something. Shouldn't have to be passed through. So, current weapon list. I might have already fixed it, but not tested it. Yeah, okay, added it here, but I haven't tested it yet. So, or maybe I am testing it, and it still doesn't work, and that's why I stopped there. Anyway, let's go ahead and throw a, just in case, we'll throw a breakpoint. No, up here, so that we can check it as it's coming in. So, what Windows status? There we go. Donor weapon list. So, status window stat wind. Oh, actually, let's put it after it so we can see what it actually gets set to. Then also put a breakpoint on the select so we can see if. Oh, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. The name is not the same. So if we go down here, so we got the donor list. This underscore status window is spelled out. The actual thing for it though is no, never mind. It is status window. Never mind. I take back what I was saying. So let's go ahead and put a breakpoint here, and then we'll have a look, see at what's going on. All right. So okay, yeah, that's just from that. All right. So on synthesize. So I guess we won't do any leveling up of the weapons or anything. Okay, so here we go. Stat wind is a proper value, weapon status window, or window underscore wep status, which is fine. And that's getting set to there, so that's fine. Active false, which is true. Go to next. Now we're going to select Katana of Darkness, and we're going to say synthesize, and we're going to select the other one. So now we're coming down here, and it is, so maybe set donor weapon isn't a function. It's possible. Let's see. So web status window, set weapon, no, set donor weapon. So that is there, set donor weapon. And what are we calling it here? I went too far. Select. So we are calling it set donor weapon. No, that's what it's called. Okay. So then, let's just try it in here. This dot underscore. Is undefined. That is interesting. So we should be able to see the functions in here somewhere. Here we go. That's not its width. Underneath, I think it's in the proto. Yeah, here we go. So we have get weapon, we have synth info. No, yeah, it's true. Is the name? What about the? How are we? What about the window that's tied to? Is that tied to the right window? Web status window. Window web status that prototype. That's a donor. No, it should be showing. So we have get weapon. We have set weapon. Oh, there's set donor weapon, yeah. It is definitely there. And yet, and yet, this is saying undefined. Is the function name typoed somehow? Set donor weapon. SETW or SETDONOR WEAPON. That's right. And SETDONOR WAPN was right. So what is undefined about this? It even shows that it's defined here. What the hell? But it doesn't like it. Undefined. Well, maybe it's because it doesn't return anything. Well, let's just go down to here and see if it even comes here. That does come down here, but DWEP is undefined. Oh, DWEP is undefined. Okay. So what is DWEP? That is the game party that get weapon. So selected donor weapon is not defined. So are we not setting that when we're doing that call? Because what should happen is when we do